All right, now that we've got this UCS hopefully down a little bit, let's put our UCS back over to our top. And now let's add in this column right here. See these three? Solid union, solid subtract, and solid intersect. These are great to have. Now let's make up something really quick here so we can do some things. Let's get rid of this extra stuff here. And let's go ahead and do something very simple. Excuse me. Let's make a box, and let's take a cylinder. Like so. And I'm going to get rid of these ones too on here. Okay, now let's go ahead and copy this. Now let me show you what this actually does. Okay, now these are, and if we turn off the conceptual, these ones here, if we go 2D wireframe, you can see they're two separate little pieces, each one of them. So let's put them back together so you can see them, and we can turn them around if you need to see them a little bit better this way, whichever. So now check this out. This one here, union. Union, if you select one object, two objects, you can select 4, 5, 10, 20, whatever. You select your objects, you right click, they all become one piece. So let's turn on the 2D wireframe. So see how that all becomes one? So it's one piece and you can't do nothing about it. Now, here's the deal. You cannot explode a 3D item. Actually, you can explode it, but then it'll go to little separate pieces and it never can go back. So don't explode it. So that's what happens when you put them together. So union, that is that little guy here. It's two circles completely covered together. So, and if you look and hold it down, it'll show you in the tutorial there that when you look at it, it shows you the first part and the second. You see how it all becomes one. That's what we just did to here. See, if we come to this one, it's only picking individual pieces. But if we come to here, it takes the whole thing. Now, subtract. Solid subtract. This one is fantastic. When you click solid subtract, the first thing you want to do is, hey, what one do you want to keep? Well, I want to keep this block. So I pick the block, I right click, and then it says, well, what do you want to get rid of? I want to get rid of the circle. I pick the circle and right click, and it's gone. You can do this with multiple. So if you subtracted, you could pick 15, 16 items and then right click and then pick your one item you want to get rid of, or 2 or 3 items. It doesn't matter. So that's solid subtract. Now let's do the same thing, solid subtract, but to this one and say, hey, I want to keep this circle. I'm going to right click and I want to get rid of this. Now, doesn't look like much right there. So let's turn this thing around. So see what it did? It subtracted it right out. And now the last one is this one. And notice on the solid subtract, it shows one circle and then it shows the other half gone, so it's subtracted. The one below, it's called intersect. It is whatever's touching each other. This little one here that I've got held down to see that picture, that is a phenomenal picture because that looks so hard to do, but it's absolutely so easy to do. So intersect, it will only keep things that are touching each other. So I'm going to take solid intersect and I'm going to grab both of these items here. Now, whatever is touching in here is going to be left. So if I right click, that's all that's touching. So from that same object, look what we've got. So don't forget, we've got union, subtract, and intersect. This is a really great way to remember how these things work. So from the same object, we got all these different options. All right, so those are phenomenal ones. So that should give you information about solid, solid union, solid subtract, solid intersect.